Nu moeten we wat? Nu moeten we naar beneden. Oh. Holy. Hey allemaal en welkom weer terug bij een nieuwe video van mij. Vandaag doen we weer Watch Dogs Legion en ik heb er super veel zin, hopelijk jullie ook. In elk geval, in de afgelopen tijd heb ik best wel veel Watch Dogs Legion zitten spelen. En ja, ik laat het jullie even zien. Zoals jullie zien, de hele map, pardon, is verkend. Dus dat heb ik gedaan in de tussentijd. Wat ik ook heb zitten doen is wat mensen zitten recruiten. En zoals jullie hier zien, heel veel tech geunlocked. Super handig. Gaat ons heel veel helpen in de storyline. Ik ga niet allemaal vertellen wat het allemaal inhoudt. Maar jullie gaan het nog wel zien terug in de afleveringen. Vervolgens hebben we ons team. Die is enorm nu uitgebreid. Ik weet niet met hoeveel we waren de vorige keer. Maar in dit geval zijn we met heel veel meer. Sommige dingen zijn hetzelfde gebleven. Sommige dingen zijn veranderd. Maar in elk geval. We hebben vrijwel voor elke een specialist. En op dit moment gebruiken wij de Hitman. Die een hele goede Desert Eagle heeft. En een hele goede AR. Ja. En moet ik nog wat anders vertellen? Nee, eigenlijk dat was het wel een beetje. We gaan verder met de storyline. Als het goed is, zouden we met is het haar of iemand anders praten en dan kunnen we denk ik verder met de storyline of niet? Nee, niet haar. Met wie moet ik praten? Wacht even, ik kan het gewoon markeren. Zo simpel is het namelijk. Missions die. En dan pakken we deze ook nog even op. Hebben we hem opgepakt trouwens?
Ja. And welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives.
Nou, laten we met Bagley gaan praten.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stavkovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh. Give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
Exactly. Your naivety got the better of you last time. How can we know it won't happen again?
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office. An honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime. Specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
Ja. Oké, we zijn er aangekomen. En ja, we moeten nu dus... even kijken, wat is dit eigenlijk allemaal? Oh. Aha. Nee, we moeten even naar die plek toe gaan. Laten we deze even ingaan. Investigate the Sandstone Residence. Oké, daar moeten we nu dus naartoe gaan. En eigenlijk wou ik via met de auto gaan, maar ik zie nu dus dat we er naartoe kunnen fast travel. Dus dat ga ik even doen. En vinden jullie deze video's nou leuk? Vergeet dan vooral niet een like te achterlaten en vooral te abonneren hier beneden. En dat zou mij heel erg helpen en ik zou het echt super tof vinden. Want dat brengt mij weer verder en ja, dan kan ik jullie weer betere video's geven. En meer video's natuurlijk. Dus ja. Yup, dat was even lekker. Cola. Yup. We moeten niet zo ver hier vandaan, als ik even kijk. Hij heeft het geunmarked zo te zien. Of we kunnen het niet meer markeren, omdat het zo dichtbij is. Maar het is hier dus, in dit gebouw. Easy peasy, right? Zou je denken, ja. Even kijken. Is dit de ingang trouwens? Nee. Oké, dit is niet de ingang, oké. Moeten we snel zijn. Dan moeten we wel de ingang proberen te vinden.
Security here is state of the art. Quite impenetrable. Unless of course you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open. You're up. What shall we do today?
Oké, ik ben
Security here
even...
is state of the art. Quite impenetrable. Unless of course you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
Oké, ik heb even een andere karakter geselecteerd, zodat wij daar naar boven kunnen komen. Ik weet niet of dat de bedoeling is, maar weet je. Want er spawnt hier letterlijk een drone en die zouden we eigenlijk moeten gebruiken, maar... hey. Als het ook zo kan, weet je, why not? Kom op. Nou ja, ik kan tenminste mijn spiderboard er doorheen gooien, toch? Yep, dat kan.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the hell?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, you wanker? Stupid git.
Dus ik kon er hier gewoon een spiderbot op roepen. Of was het nodig geweest? Even kijken, ik weet niet eens waar we naartoe moeten gaan, maar ik zag boven wel een vent waar ik naartoe kon gaan. waar ik nog niet in was geweest. Ja, het is wel fijn dat we onze eigen spiderbot hebben, want die is natuurlijk veel sneller dan zo'n ouderwetse oude. En anders was het natuurlijk, had het natuurlijk veel langer geduurd dan dat het nu duurt. Kunnen we hier naar boven jouwen? Chill. Oké. Nou wat, waar is die vent die ik had geopend? Aan de rechterkant volgens mij? Hier zo volgens mij. Ja, hier zo.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her.
Oké, ik mag weer een puzzel gaan doen.
Just
Oh,
look
wat
at this
fijn.
place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mindfucker.
On the bright side, she didn't bind you with one of her microchips. She probably knew you'd have killed yourself before obeying her.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
Aha. Yes.
Proszę! Nie!
Look at the state of you. Look what you've done to yourself after everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I've got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to their venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
It's that initiative I'm smelling, Peter. Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
Okay.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
She's using the implanted chip as a control mechanism, a deterrent to disobedience. Step out of line and she sells your organs instead.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet.
And about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Nou mooi, dan hebben we die missie in elk geval gedaan. En nu op naar de volgende missie. En dat is, oh, gewoon leave the area. Oh, oké. En, ik moet denk ik gewoon nog even afwachten.
I'd say I'm getting the hang of fighting for DedSec, yeah?
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
What are you trying to say, Bagley?
Bagley's got a special style. You'll grow to love it. Well done, by the way.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
What do we have, Bags?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
I've got options then.
I've marked both on your optic. They've shut the case. Perhaps stealth isn't your strong suit.
Ja, dat maakt niet uit, want ik heb nog iets achter de hand om te gebruiken. Dus wat wordt het, kijkers? Hier krijgen we 20 tech points van, dus ik denk dat we die eerst gaan doen. En we kunnen letterlijk overal naartoe teleporteren. Ik weet niet, wat is er met mijn safe house aan de hand? Talk to Bagley, dat is voor een sidequest. Maar dat is niet wat ik wil doen. Voor deze missie. Get to the safe house and listen to Bagley's pitch. Then contact this ex-Albion insider. Oké, we moeten naar de safe house gaan. En deze... geen idee wat we daarvoor moeten doen. Het staat erbij. Ja, dat... oh, het staat er wel bij 1000 meter. 1000 meter. Ja. Ik heb echt geen idee waar dat zou moeten zijn. Dus het enige lead die ik heb is gewoon naar de safe house gaan. Dus dat ga ik even doen.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Brilliant. Those mercs wouldn't be able to control the city without Cass. But we can't half-ass this. I hope you have a good plan.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Kijk, volgens mij hebben we nu wel de keuze om te kiezen wat we willen doen. Attend the team briefing, what's that?
London, this is 404, the first peer-to-peer hacktivist network. All are welcome. If you want to make a difference, join us. We're taking down the elite, one contract at a time.
Found that on the dark web. Looks like all the cool kids are forming hacker groups these days. But this 404 might actually come in handy in our fight. If all are welcome, that means we are too. I say we infiltrate 404, we get their connections, we get their assets.
If you play nice, they might even help you take out Zero Day. For that matter, maybe they are Zero Day. Only one way to find out. I found street view images of a CTOS hub that's been covered in 404 graffiti. They're marking their territory like an overexcited chihuahua. Dropping the location of the hub on your map.
Oké, nu dit.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Wasn't fooled back then, and I'm still not now.
It is. So that's 2 reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
Wow.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Oké. Nu kunnen we gaan beginnen, denk ik, met de missie. En ik hoop dat we ook nu kunnen gaan teleporteren. Dat zou het een stuk makkelijker maken. En ja hoor. Het werkte.
There's a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location.
Vertel mij eens, die potential recruit entertainer. Nee, voor nu even niet. Laten we daarop focussen en dan ga ik ook weer van karakter veranderen aangezien zij wat sterker is.
Ring, you're it. Come on.
Here we go.
Oh. Oeh, dat is wel een lijpe auto. Maar we gaan deze nemen. Want deze staat recht tegenover ons. Ja. Ik heb ontdekt hoe je moet driften. Ik deed het dus eerst niet zo goed. Maar ik heb dus ontdekt hoe je het moet doen. Ik heb zo'n gevoel dat we hier naar binnen moeten gaan. Dus dat ga ik ook doen.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course. But I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Shall we pop in for a quick hello?
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Got a similar setup myself. Maybe paranoid, but...
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Okay.
Oké, we moeten via deze hier naartoe gaan. Kijk eens aan. Dus we hoeven helemaal geen cargo drone te hebben. En die cargo drone, die was daar zo, dus we zaten al eigenlijk aan de goede kant. Oh, yes, we zitten binnen. Oh. Oké, dat werkt niet. Laten we gewoon up doen. Dit ding gaat niet hoog genoeg. Maar dit ding misschien wel. Yes. Is dat nee, is dat de window waar we in moeten gaan? Oeps. Oh nou. Misschien is dat de window waar we naartoe gaan. Nou, in elk geval, ik zie daar wat.
Quite the interior decorator, isn't he? Look at all these traps.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
On it.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let
Okay.
that move on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash the hands of the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Oké. Nu moeten we wat? Nu moeten we naar beneden. Oh. Holy. Oh, dit is vet. Leap of Fate. Net als Assassin's Creed. Vet hoor. Dat ze dat erin hebben gedaan. Holy moly. Nou, laten we hier er weer omhoog gaan. En dan, ja, ik zat er al na te denken, zal ik springen, zal ik het overleven dan? Maar hij doet gewoon een hele animatie ervoor. Wauw. Dus,
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, no need to get excited.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Hardly. More like the exact opposite.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Please don't! We're here to warn you. Albion knows you're in London. You have to run.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Oh, we know. Why the hell else would I be out here risking my neck?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Oh, please. We're on the same side. Cass already tried to kill us once, and we know he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move, move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
holy moly.
Move it, move it!
Komt goed met de persoon die ik nu ben. Oh, komt goed.
Just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Bloody hell.
Escape the Albion Field. Oké, ik moet ze escapen, dus
Control, we have a visual on the suspect.
Control, I've lost the target.
shoot. Zo blijven ze me maar vinden als ik de hele tijd politie tegenkom. Ik weet de manier.
Received. Returning to HQ. Over.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
Hoppatee. Oké, nieuwe missie is Scout the Tower of London. Het is heel dichtbij hier zo. Dus laten we dat gelijk gaan doen.
That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Oké, volgende missie is hier zo.
Good day.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Yes, I was conscious for the last 6 months, but Nigel Cass has a meeting planned to unveil his new project. Whatever ghastly thing he's up to, we have to stop it.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Isn't that interesting? Can you send me their personal info?
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
De grap
We
is...
have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
Daarom precies, we hebben al iemand van Albion. Dus het is niet nodig, weet je. Dus het is wel mooi dat hij dat zegt. Dus dit is trouwens dit is die missie die we eerst deden. Dus laten we die gelijk doen. En ja. Even kijken. Hier zo, deze guy. Ja, ik mag hem wel hoor.
precaution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Oh. Hoe ga ik dat ooit
Nigel
doen?
won't have anything important on this floor.
You seem to know scads about him, more than most.
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. Pfft, he was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Oh, for God's sake.
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
Het is wel mogelijk, maar shoot.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Fucking great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001, Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Fuck me. Almost makes you pity him. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. He's a dickhead. Can't believe that's who's supposed to be secure in London.
Yeah, well, Nigel was never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
How's it going? Seems a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up quickly. It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, then the whole project is delayed. I don't know how.
Don't even joke about that. I don't even want to think about what Director Cass would do. Just...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch, so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Wow.
Attention, a building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
Bagley, need an exit protocol.
The catacombs, fam.
What's this shite?
Catacombs, hoe kom ik bij de catacombs? Oh. Shit, ik kan hem niet distracten. Maar hij lijkt op zijn telefoon. Oh, nope. Hij is niet op zijn telefoon. Nee. Kom op. Yes. Oh, shoot. Oké, chill. Niet chill, absoluut niet chill. Oké, we zijn in de catacombs.
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
Sounds like he plans to launch Themis ASAP. From the way he was talking, I don't think it's the sort of genie that goes back in the bottle.
Oké, escape through the catacombs. Oké, dan moeten we dat even heel snel doen.
Shit.
Ik heb hier weinig tot geen bereik.
Bollocks.
En op een of andere manier kan ik mijn wapen er niet bijpakken. Geweldig. Nou voel ik me een stuk veiliger.
Hello, hello. Someone else slapped off work and now it's your turn.
Let's do it.
Ja, ik weet niet waar ik hem heb gevonden,
Nigel
maar...
Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Maar, ja, hij is een aardige guy, dus, ik moet hier naar binnen.
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Oké, fijn. Oh. Rennen is ook... Oeh. Ja, ik heb wel suspicion op mijn... op mezelf hoor, dus... Shoot. En diegene blijft me ook achterna gaan, dus... Might as well. Shoot. Ga weg van hem. Oké, geweldig.
Who's that? Surrender. YSP can.
No.
Wauw. We hadden gewoon dit gedeelte gewoon geactiveerd. Terwijl we werden ontdekt. Wauw. Oh, hier zo.
I don't like this at all, man.
Ja, dat snap ik, man. Oh. En hierheen. Hierheen.
What the fuck was that?
Een krokodil. Zo. Geweldig. Waarom klinkt dit als een monster?
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Oké, nou, ja. Dat was de aflevering voor nu. Ik weet niet of hij nu wat gaat zeggen.
Shite, that was banging. Think I'm getting this DedSec thing?
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Right, you running some cheeky beta program, Bagley?
What would a resistance be without a cocky little AI shit? He will grow on you eventually.
Oké, nou, ja. Ik zie jullie de volgende keer weer. Joep. Vond je deze video nou leuk? Vergeet dan vooral niet te liken en te abonneren. En klik dan ook gelijk de volgende video aan.